Remember when $20 could actually buy something, like a full tank of gas, 3 large pizzas, and maybe even your dignity? Now it buys half a latte and existential dread. Welcome to inflation, the silent thief stealing your cash while you're busy doom scrolling. Your grandparents weren't lying when they said a candy bar cost a nickel back in their day. That's not nostalgia, it's a horror story about your money slowly turning into Monopoly cash. Inflation makes back in my day sound less like grandpa's rambling and more like a Black Mirror episode. Think of it like video game economics gone rogue. In Skyrim, merchants charge 500 gold for a sweet roll because the Dragonborn hoards all the cash. Real life? Same energy. Your paycheck is XP points in an RPG where the devs keep adding zeros to every price tag. And here's the kicker: while you're reading this, your wallet's value is literally evaporating faster than Wi-Fi at Starbucks. So why is your cash pulling a Houdini? Grab your emotional support coffee. We are diving into the dumpster fire of disappearing dollars. Let's reset. Inflation. Isn't prices rising, it's your money shrinking. Imagine your dollar bill used to be a heavyweight champion. Now it's a featherweight trying to lift groceries. That's the core magic trick. Your cash buys less because it's fundamentally weaker, not because stuff got better. Here is how it actually works. When way more money floods the system, chasing the same number of goods, prices jump. Picture this. If a concert suddenly hands everyone 10 more glow sticks, the band starts charging 100 sticks for a backstage pass. Same concert, same band, but your glow sticks are now worthless confetti. That's inflation. Too much money chasing too few goods. And no, this isn't just companies being greedy. True inflation is systemic. It's when governments print money like it's going out of style, or when everyone spends like they've won the lottery tomorrow. Cash changes hands so fast that prices rocket up like a meme stock. But here is the nuance. If a frost kills coffee crops and lattes get pricier, that's scarcity, not pure inflation. Real inflation? That's when your money weakens even when shelves are fully stocked. So why does this keep happening? Let's expose the 3 usual suspects behind your shrinking wallet. So who is pickpocketing your purchasing power? Meet the inflation trinity. Suspect number 1, money printers gone wild. When governments treat cash factories like an unlimited cheat code, we get what economists call quantitative easing. But you'll know it as that time your savings account became a decorative piggy bank. Print too much money and suddenly everyone's waving stacks like they are in a rap video, except now buying milk requires a briefcase full of Benjamins. It's basic math. More dollars chasing same stuff equals your money's VIP pass gets revoked. Suspects number 2, supply chain Jenga. Imagine the global economy as a rickety game of Jenga. One pandemic, war, or stuck container ship. Boom, the tower collapses. Suddenly that PS5 isn't just hard to find, it costs your firstborn child. This isn't true inflation, it's scarcity chaos. But here is the twist: corporations smell blood in the water. Shipping delays magically become $20 artisanal eggs. Suspect number 3, the greed flamethrower. When CEOs spot economic panic, they don't just raise prices, they weaponize FOMO. Inflation becomes the ultimate excuse to jack up your Netflix bill while whispering supply chain issues like a dark incantation. Spoiler, their profits hit record highs while your budget spontaneously combusts. Call it inflation if you want, really. It's just capitalism cosplaying as a Bond villain. Before you cry into your $7 bread, knew this. Your avocado toast trauma is amateur hour. Let's tour inflation's hall of shame. Weimar Germany, 1923. Picture this. You need a wheelbarrow of cash to buy a loaf of bread. Not because gluten-free was trending, because money was literally cheaper than firewood. People burned banknotes to stay warm. Talk about hot money. Hyperinflation hit 29,500% per month. Your life savings evaporated faster than a Snapchat streak. Zimbabwe, 2008. Hold my beer, said Mugabe's regime. They printed the world's first $100 trillion bill. Sounds baller? That couldn't buy a bus ticket. Inflation hit 89.7 sextillion%. Yes, that's a real number. Money became so worthless, vendors demanded payment in actual potatoes. Venezuela, today, your Starbucks habit hurts. In Caracas, a coffee costs 2.5 million bolivars. Minimum wage, $2 a month. Result, 10 million refugees and currency. So unstable Bitcoin looks like Fort Knox. Pro tip: when your paycheck weighs more than a toddler, you've got problems. See the trend? Governments printing money like it's confetti at a parade no one asked for. Your 2022 egg crisis? A mild hiccup. History's lesson: when money loses, meaning society starts unraveling like a cheap sweater. But hey, at least you're not literally using dollars as toilet paper yet. Hyperinflation horror stories are fun until you check your bank account. News flash: you don't need wheelbarrows of cash to be a victim. Inflation's shiv is already in your pocket, working quietly. Here is how. Your high-yield savings account. A sick joke that 0.01% interest your bank brags about. Inflation's laughing at 7%. Your life savings is literally melting like a snowman in a sauna. Every $100 saved becomes $93 in a year. Congratulations, you played yourself. The raise, that's actually a pay cut. Your boss throws a 3% raise parade while inflation hits 8%. Math time, that's a 5% pay cut. You're running harder just to fall backward like a hamster wheel greased with corporate lies. Debt's bait and switch. Inflation helps debtors. They say, sure, your 50k student loan feels smaller, until you realize rent jumped 20%, groceries cost your soul. And that cheap debt still demands your firstborn's Spotify subscription. Retirement, more like retreat, meant your grandparents retired on pensions that could buy yachts. Your 401k, it will maybe cover a used mobility scooter. Compounding inflation is a pension terminator, quietly vaporizing your future between DoorDash orders. The psychological gut punch. Every price hike isn't just numbers, it's a drip feed of dread. That $12 artisanal mayo, it's not food. It's capitalism trolling you. You start questioning every purchase like it's a hostage negotiation. Bottom line, inflation isn't some distant economic ghost. It's the silent roommate eating your leftovers and charging you rent for the privilege. So who is holding the fire hose on this dumpster fire? Meet your central bankers, the heroes who fight inflation by setting your credit card on fire. Their weapon of choice, interest rates. Think of the Federal Reserve as a DJ at a collapsing nightclub. When inflation raves too hard, they crank the rates dial, making borrowing expensive so everyone stops dancing with cash. Sounds smart? Except their mix only has two settings: recession and bubble. They call this soft landing policy. Spoiler, it lands like a piano drop from a blimp. Raise rates too fast, your mortgage becomes a horror movie. Too slow? Inflation moonwalks into Venezuela territory. It's economic surgery performed with a chainsaw. Remember 2021. The Fed printed $120 billion per month, while straight-facing nothing to see here. Cue Elon Musk tweeting emojis as your rent exploded. Their only real tool is credibility. But when they flip-flop like a TikTok trend, inflation's dead. Code red emergency. We are left with market panic and memes of Jerome Powell as Palpatine. Everything is proceeding as I have foreseen. Bottom line, central banks are arsonists in firefighter costumes. They save us by trading inflation for unemployment, like solving a headache with a grenade. So do we just curl up and accept our avocado toast ransom? Hell no. Time for guerrilla tactics, the non-terrible kind. Alright, enough doom scrolling. Time to fight dirty. I'm not talking about stuffing cash in your mattress or YOLOing on Dogecoin. Those are just fancy ways to lose faster. Here is your actual playbook. That savings account paying 0.01% while inflation is 7%. It's not saving, it's self-sabotage. Your money needs to outrun the bear, not nap in a hammock. Invest or get eaten. But don't be a degenerate. This isn't Wall Street bets. Think of stocks as Pokemon battles. You want a balanced squad, not just 150 Pikachus. Crypto? High risk, high reward. Also high chance of crying into a lukewarm ramen dinner. Inflation can tax what's in your head. Learning Python won't just get you a raise, it's like owning a money printing license. Plumbing, therapy, master something scarcity can't touch. That limited edition NFT sneaker for your metaverse avatar. Hard pass. Inflation weaponizes FOMO. Spend on needs, invest in assets, ignore the hype. Your future self will high-five you from their non-cardboard retirement box. Embrace the cringe, yes, budgeting sucks. Yes, comparing grocery circulars is peak adulting, but watching your net worth grow while your friends panic. Buy gold-plated fidget spinners. Priceless. Bottom line, inflation is a bully, and bullies hate when you learn jiu-jitsu. Inflation isn't a natural disaster, it's not an earthquake or a mutant avocado plague. It's policy. Human-made, which means humans can unmake it. Your grandparents survived 18% interest rates. Weimar Germans rebuilt after literal wheelbarrow economics. You've beaten TikTok algorithms and gaslighting exes. A little currency chaos. Please, this is just capitalism's midlife crisis. Yes, your cash is melting like a snow cone in hell, but your ability to adapt, that's appreciating faster than vintage Bitcoin. Inflation steals lazy money, not hustle, not skills, not the rage-fueled will to outsmart a rigged system. So demand better. Roast politicians who treat money printers like a frat party keg. Shame corporations blaming supply chains for their third yacht. And personally, stop letting scared boomers and crypto bros hijack your sanity. Your wallet's value might be falling, but your BS detector is mooning. That's the real wealth.
To the rest of you, the non-believers, the underachievers, the tweeting deleters, you guys make me sick to my stomach, fam. Honestly, if you guys want to look in my eyes, you guys want to do something? That's what I thought. No, that's what I thought. That's what I